guys, and welcome to Talking Shop with PolygonProp. We've got Norden Kruger here. Norden, welcome. Norden is the new business manager for the Western Cape and Namibia for Build It. Norden, welcome, and it's an honor to have you here.
Good morning, Francois. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you. In terms of the ideal location for our stores, we have sort of two main types of locations that we historically we've always sort of gone into. You've got your typical standalone retail type freestanding business. So it would be either in your high street, great visibility off the road, and great access to customers, with yard space. That would be the one type of scenario. The other is your strip mall, your more service industrial type strip malls. There can be a food anchor. I mean, we welcome food anchors. In fact, we do well with Spars, obviously being our sister company, but we do well with any food anchor really, as just an addition to that mix. But we find that in those service industrial nodes, we have a very strong presence, and it's purely because being a destination, and we'll call it a destination node for ease of reference. Destination nodes bring like-minded customers. People that they're coming to those nodes because they want tiling, they want paint, they want building materials. So they're really looking for either something to renovate their house, or they're looking to, as a contractor, you're looking to get a one big basket mix. So we actually do very well in those type environments. Not to say we don't do well in the standalone retail environments. We do well there too. But they do have a different mix of customer that comes through.
Yeah. Size-wise,
So size, we look at about 800 square meters under roof, and 1,200 square meters of yard. Now that's challenging because in the Western Cape, as most of us know, finding that kind of space is very difficult. And then we go up. So that's our standard Build It size. Then we look at Build It Plus, which is a much larger format, obviously, and that has the things like board cutting, glass cutting, and a whole lot of other services in there as well. And that starts at 1,500 square meters under roof, and 1,500 square meters a yard as a minimum. So understanding that these can be bigger,
Sure.
but they're not. Once again, the sizes aren't etched in stone. So if you come to me and you've got 700 square meters or 650 square meters under roof, we will look at it. It's not something we will just turn down. We're quite open to trying to make things work. I mean, we would like to grow our footprint, but of course we won't do it at the expense of a retailer's profitability. So if it's too small, and in the market it needs to service, then we will obviously decline it. But if we believe that it's got some legs and we can make it work based on the size that you're bringing us, we definitely would look at it. Ideally, we're looking at industrial type buildings. So they're very basic buildings. Nothing fancy. We want a nice screeded, hard floor. It's got to take some weight. It can be tiled, but obviously the more you do to it, the more cost intensive it becomes from a lease point of view.
Is there a height minimum requirement?
Yeah, I mean we would want a minimum of 4 meters to eaves. So 6 meters up is a nice size. We obviously do stock a lot of bulk racking, especially at the rear of our layouts. And we have things like doors, etc., which do take some height. So that's
okay. And that yard, I mean, everybody's always under pressure with a yard. Can that be slightly smaller? I mean, the 1,200 is the smallest here. In towns, can you sometimes work with something slightly less?
Yes, we can. Look, it is challenging because so inherently what we find is about 70% of our trade comes out of the yard. We're predominantly and historically we're a building material supplier. And we have we are currently undergoing a massive refocus on our fixtures and fittings. So all your pretties, whatever makes your house pretty, as what we're going in a big focus and drive to try and increase position on that. But with our building materials, so all your KVR lines, your bricks, your blocks, your sand, your stone, unfortunately, it makes up a large portion of our business, as do contractors. So contractors also form a very big part of our business. So going too small on the yard is detrimental to the business as a whole.